thought you were taking a picture.
Oh wait, what? No, this is live. Wait,
We're live.
Miles, we
Okay.
can't take it back.
Hi, how you guys doing today? My name is Vaughn Cokie, and I am here with Sasha Dreams of BeRooted and Liberated Now. How you doing, miss?
I'm great, thank you.
Perfect. Glad to talk to you. Well, first off, let's start by letting everybody know what's your intention for this video today.
Thank you for asking. My intention is to speak to the 1%.
Okay.
I believe in going straight to the top and cut out the middleman. So I would like to introduce BeRooted to the top 1% who I follow and am striving to be like.
All right. Nice. So who are you and what is BeRooted, Liberated Now? Like, what is that? What's going on?
So I explained in one of the videos that I made already, I am technically Latoya. I'm a mother of 2 sons and I live here in DC. But I'm becoming Sasha Dreams. And Sasha Dreams is the pen name that I wrote my first book, It Takes a Fool, under. And so because Sasha is already somebody, I'm going to continue being Sasha Dreams.
Okay.
And I like Sasha. I like who I am when I'm Sasha because Sasha doesn't have any worries. Like, she has gotten rid of her ego and she's all in to this mission. So I'm becoming Sasha.
All right. So can I ask you, what is your highest intention for this business, this outreach that you're running? Like, what is your highest intention goal? Like, what do you hope to achieve?
So currently my highest intention is for people who look like me to have a voice. I would like to advocate for women and children and girls who look like me, who don't necessarily have the same advantages that I have, resources that I have, and I want to advocate for them. It pains my heart tremendously to see our girls being killed in the street, being sexually assaulted, being sex trafficked. It hurts me, and I can't sit here and pretend to be blind that I don't see what's happening to my family. So my highest intention is to tell people about BeRooted, about this organization that I'm starting, that I'm creating, this Fortune 500 company that I'm building from my imagination. That's my highest intention.
And what can you do to make this happen, make this dream of yours come to fruition?
Well, I honestly feel like I've done my part.
Okay.
Latoya's life was completely destroyed. Completely destroyed. I was a police officer. I was injured on the job, and I was hurt on the job, and I was terminated from my job. And it was not just a job, it was my career. And those people were my family, and I was abandoned by them, and my health deteriorated after I had to have surgery to the point where I was left taking opioids and other medications to manage the pain that I was in. And so I lost my career, I lost my health, and then I lost my husband because he also abandoned me. And so all of those things happened at the same time, and I actually, one of my pap smears came back that I had cancerous cells in my uterus. And so my doctor did a partial hysterectomy. And so I was out of cycle. I was drugged, I was out of cycle, and I was abandoned. And I was destroyed. And I had to find a way out of that.
That is pretty powerful. So basically you grew this company from, I guess, your pain, your own trauma?
So I was literally on my deathbed dying from pain and trauma. And I asked God for a solution to my problem. I asked God that I believe in God. I believe in a higher power greater than me. And I prayed and I asked for him to deliver me from this. And he answered. He answered me with BeRooted. My mother had told me to start eating this ginger, and she was probably eating ginger, I guess 3-4 months ahead of me, but she kept talking about it. She kept calling me, and I would call her on rainy days, especially rainy days. I would call my mom, and I'd tell her, Mom, I can't move. I can't breathe. It feels like somebody is squeezing me from the inside out. And she'd say, girl, you need to eat this ginger.
Sounds like a mom.
Yes.
Yeah.
So finally, I was like, all right, what do I have to lose? Like, I can keep taking more of this Lyrica, or I'm gonna go get this ginger. So I decided to go get some ginger, and I went to the grocery store. I literally bought the ginger root that you see there. I brought it home, I peeled it, washed it, cut it up, blended it, and I started eating it. And I was still taking the drugs the doctors was giving me, and I was eating the ginger, and slowly but surely, I started just feeling a little bit better. And it was just such a, like, I noticed it right away. I haven't gotten into what Liberated Now is yet, but I titled the In the Roots of the Tree, in her hair of Liberated Now. We might as well talk about Liberated Now. In her hair, it says Liberated Now. And the idea is that we are free now, right? We've been free from slavery, but we're still enslaved. And so the name of my product is Liberated Now. And in the roots of the product, it says truth you can feel. Because when you take this ginger, as you know, it's spicy, right? And it's like you can feel, like your taste buds, you know, there's trillions of taste buds or something. And so when you put that ginger in your mouth, like all of a sudden it gives you this like tingle feeling, you know? So it's like, you feel it working almost automatically. And so I started eating what my mom told me to do. And I don't know, maybe 3-4 months later, I told her, I was just like, Mom, you know, we gotta sell this stuff. I'm just thinking we should just label it Jesus in a jar, because it just feels like I feel better. Even though I had just experienced this whirlwind of pain, I was up and I felt energetic and I felt like I could take on my life. And I just got so caught up, I think, in like feeling better. But I still, like I said, was out of cycle. So I was not having my menstrual cycle every 30 days or, you know, however that clock. So I was out of whack with that. My heart was broken. My body was still recovering, right? I'm still recovering. My neck hurts really bad right now. You guys see me with, I'll have the pain pads on. That's something else my mother, the healer, has recommended for me to get out of pain. So I wear those pain pads because my neck hurts. It still hurts, and I'm still in a lot of pain. But I will say that I don't need the Lyrica anymore. I don't. I take ginger, and when it gets really bad, I might pop a couple of Advil. I ain't gonna lie, okay? Sometimes I need the Advil. But I've done my research on Advil compared to Lyrica, okay? And yeah, like, the Lyrica was gonna kill me. And when the doctors were gonna stop giving it to me, then I was gonna try something else. And because addiction runs in my family, I could have very well just been another strung out black girl. Or people think I'm a girl, I'm really a woman. I would have been another statistic. How about that?
Statistic, yes. So questions, only because you brought up how you want, you know, BeRooted and Liberated Now to affect others in the community around you. How do you feel that this will be able to serve the community, those who partially want?
So that's very near and dear to my heart. You know, I'm here in DC. I represent DC all day. I'm so thankful to be able to be here in DC, to have built my house from the ground up, to have raised my kids. My kids are born and raised DC. It's so crazy. Southeast DC. My kids are, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were literally born here in Southeast. Like, I mean, well, the hospital was in Southeast, but where we lived was Southeast. And I'm really proud of that. You know, because we are positive statistics here in DC and Southeast DC. So I'm really, really proud of that. But I'm sorry, what was your question?
No.
What did you ask me? How does it serve others?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Here in DC, right, we're dealing with COVID-19. That's a big thing, right? You've heard about that?
I've heard of it.
A little bit.
Did you? On the water hole.
Okay. So yeah, COVID-19 is a big thing, and our black people who look like us, are suffering the most. They say we have these underlying health issues. Yeah, we do, right? But ginger heals. And that's my message. Ginger heals. And don't take my word for it. You know, I'm a big do your own research. But check what the National Institute of Science has to say about ginger.
I like that.
But I want to help. I want to tell more people just to go to the grocery store and buy more ginger, or go to BeRooted.live and order your ginger. But also, if you don't have the money to order it and have me ship it to you, you know, just go to the grocery store. It's right there in the produce aisle, and that helps heal. So these underlying issues that you have, like diabetes, obesity, things. Ginger heals the human cell. So you tell me what ginger can't do.
Question for you. So about your love, I've noticed you got liberated now here. Is there something in the roots there?
Yes, it says truth you can feel. Yes, actually, so when I originally launched BeRooted, and that's another story about how I had a mental breakdown, but we're not going to get into that today.
Not this video. We'll make a long video.
So, alright, so before, when I originally launched BeRooted back in 2018, I had these really fancy jars. I paid a lot of money to have Liberating Now etched into the jars. My book club, these jars are in circulation within book club, okay? And so I have told them I will honor their discount that they receive while recycling their jars, as long as these are in rotation. But after that, right now, because I spent my $1,200 stimulus check to stimulate my organization. And so I had to downsize, or downgrade, or down. I had to go down. Not like that.
Of course not.
To these jars are a lot more cost effective. Okay, so, and now I have a label, and I talk about how this is not FDA approved, okay, guys, and this is a home canning business, so don't come for me.
All the was going to do that.
Okay.
Be a big mistake for us.
Yes.
So, question. Only because you also mentioned your mother a lot. What do you think your mother's dream is for BeRooted now?
Oh, I don't know what my mother's dream is for me. I know her dream
What's
is.
her dream? Talk to me about it.
My mom has lots of dreams. She has some very powerful organizations within her. I will allow my mother to tell about her dreams, but I know for sure that my mother is a healer. And she doesn't have any initials behind her name. She's not a doctor. She's not, but I tell you what, if you have a problem, call her, and she will listen to what your symptoms are, and she'll tell you a plant or a vegetable or a prayer. She'll pray for you. Yes, and that's what a healer does, right? They listen, and then they tell you from their experience, right? I know for sure, since I've eaten ginger more on a regular basis, not only have I lost 35 pounds, I've maintained 35 pounds lost. And I know for sure that ginger gives me the energy to do that. Did you see that I posted that I'm doing the Mr. London challenge?
I did not. Okay.
Okay, I'm doing it again. This is my second go round, and so I'm really excited. My results from the first time I did it were amazing, so I can't wait to see. I don't know. I forgot what day it is. The 26th or something. My results for that, but I'm really excited about that. And I know ginger has got me here. But I went from. Remember, I just told you I couldn't move in bed and taking all these drugs to now ginger, and when it rains, some Advil. You know, I'm in a much better position. And it still hurts. This morning I had to go to Costco and it hurt me to even think about going to go inside and walk and get the water that my boys needed, but I made it. I did it, and I'm still here. So I posted that we can focus on the problem or we could focus on the solution, and BeRooted always wants to stay focused on the solution.
I like that. Ooh, so question. I noticed you have a lot of books here. Do any of these authors, well, assuming they're all here, all of these authors mean something important to you, but do any of these have a special place in your heart?
So I think that you can tell a lot about a person by the books that they read.
Well,
So these aren't all my books, obviously, but these are the books that I really wanted to say represent me, okay? I want to start off with Eckhart Tolle. This is the book that I read that had the most impact on my whole life.
okay.
I told all my friends and family about it. I highly recommend this book if you want to get rid of what you think you know and actually start to know.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Eckhart. Thank you, Oprah, for going to find. Can I just tell you this real quick story?
Yeah, please, of course.
Oprah went to go look for this man who was living in seclusion type thing. He didn't even know who Oprah was.
Wow.
That's how powerful this man is, okay? When people come looking for you, that's when you know you made it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I would like to talk about this woman who is, oh my God, a major influence in my life. She talks about her story from going from welfare to Wall Street. And I believe she's only one of two women who have accomplished that. And if those statistics are right, I'd like to be the third, or the fourth, or the fifth. I just want to be on Wall Street. I don't care what number it is. Thank you, Lisa, for laying. Oh my gosh, Eric Thomas, I have your book on Audible. Eric Thomas, I have your book on Audible, but I could not afford the $80 paperback. But don't worry, when I'm on Wall Street, I'll buy several copies and give them to all my friends. But I'm saying, Eric Thomas talks about success leaves clues. And Lisa Nichols has left so many clues. I watch her transformational videos, how she went from being this passionate, beautiful black woman to being this even more passionate, beautiful black woman than she is today. And I listen to her words, and not only do I listen to her words, I apply them, and I've applied them to this organization that I am creating. So I'm really thankful to you, Lisa. And I also just would like to real quick to say Gabby Bernstein really helped save my life when she presents herself. She calls herself a spirit junkie.
Spirit junkie. Okay.
And you know the negative connotation that the word junkie has in our community.
I do. Yes.
That's not something we go around.
I don't want to be a junkie.
Nobody want to be a junkie.
Nobody want to be a junkie.
But she is a spirit junkie, and she's proud of that, and she teaches people how to get in touch with themselves through meditation, and she has written this incredible book that the universe has your back. And I have listened to Gabby's videos, and I've done her meditations, and sometimes when I'm super overwhelmed and she tells me to put my hand on my stomach and take a breath. Sorry if I didn't do it right, Gabby, but it's impromptu. But yes, so I really appreciate this woman. And so I believe I'm a collection of all of these people. You know, I have Zora Neale Hurston. She went and interviewed the last African that was brought from Africa to the U.S.
Wow.
She had a conversation with that man. So I've read these books, The Earth and Its Peoples. I've read these books and I've done some research, and I am becoming. Okay, Michelle Obama, I have not only listened to your Audible, which was so powerful to hear you speaking directly into me, vibrationally. I can't tell you enough how much I felt you. I lived that book, and I'm so thankful that you wrote that book, Becoming, and helping me understand of who I'm becoming. I'm becoming Sasha Dreams, and Sasha Dreams is a work in progress, but I will get there. And thank you for that. And I also came to see you when you were here in DC. So, Michelle Obama, I've invested in you. Which will lead me to my next point. I know you didn't ask me the question yet, but since I'm telling Michelle Obama I invested in her, I've also invested in all of you, top 1%. And you're also in my Audible, like I said. I've invested in you, and now I'm looking for you to come invest in BeRooted. Because BeRooted, like I said, is an organization. The idea of BeRooted is that when we get to our roots, we can grow fruit and fly like eagles. Okay? And I know for sure that we are eagles. We're powerful beyond measure. There's nothing we can't do. I know that. And I just want to help people who look like me, who look like you, and who look like themselves to get in touch with their soul and find out what it is you were destined to do. Because we all have a purpose. And nobody taught me how to get in touch with my purpose. But I've always been a dreamer. And I don't mean dream when you sleep, I mean dream when I'm awake. I always saw visions. I remember the first time my ancestors came to me. I was in my 20s, and I saw them just like I can see you. And they told me that I was destined to be great. And at that time, I was working at Cheesecake Factory. I was like, you sure? Because I'm an expo at Cheesecake Factory. I mean, dang, how am I going to be great? But I'm here, and I feel great. And even though I don't have many followers, I have a few followers. I have a few customers, and actually I have sold, as to date, 125 jars of ginger.
All right.
Yes, so that is something to be proud of.
Very.
And like I said, I'm working with limited resources. So I explained that I spent my stimulus check to relaunch BeRooted, but that money is gone now. That $1,200 runs quick. I spend that on gloves and masks. Oh, and I didn't talk about the active part. I'm sorry. So the idea for BeRooted is that be healthy, and the solution for being healthy are my ginger products, right? We got sea moss, turmeric, who knows? Spirulina is coming. But it's not here yet. And there's regular, there's turmeric, and then there's sea moss that are available. Beets. How could I forget the beets?
The beets. That's my favorite one.
I know.
Right.
I know.
Jeez.
Yeah, so there's beets. So that's the solution to be healthy. So there's products under that. The Be Active part is these events that I've been throwing. Thank you so much for coming to the last event. I really appreciate it. Thank you. This next event I'm doing is the Red 10 event, and that's in honor for Justice for Toyin. But I'm inviting women. It's women to come together under the Red Tent. In biblical times, women would go on their cycles around the same time every month because they were so connected, right? And when women are connected like that, they start to ovulate and all of that at the same time. So they would go into the Red Tent while they were menstruating. And I imagine it to be like a book club meeting when they're in there venting and drinking wine and all that, right? And so I'm going to have a Red Tent event over here at Anacostia Park on Tuesday from 5 to 7, I believe it is. And we're going to come together, and I'm asking people to bring some feminine hygiene products for the girls, pamphlets on information about menstruation, information about, ovulation, pap smears, the things that we need to talk about in our community. Because when we get to our roots, then we can grow fruit and fly. So that's the Be Active. And the Be Truthful is the books that I have published. I have a publishing company, and the name of that publishing company is I Dream Business, because I dream business. And I've published 2 books. Like I said, my first one, It Takes a Fool, and the other one is What You're Holding Food No More. That is a journal that I have actually taken down because I'm going to revamp that. I'm in the process, as you know, of launching the Fountain of You Academy. And that academy will teach people how to spend time with themselves and saying good morning to all 10 of their toes. And the idea of the Fountain of You is that when you love you, baby, she's having a good time. I ain't mad at her. I want to have a good time like that too. But the we're not judging the present moment as good or bad. We're not judging the babies crying in the background. We're not judging that. We're just here in the moment, and we're loving ourselves so much that I have no choice but to love you. And when I'm in love with myself, I can't cause you any harm. So I've been having a really good time since we started the challenge, and I can't wait to see who I am at the end of it. So I'm really excited. So yes, that's Be Rooted. Be healthy, be active, and be truthful.
So, is there anything else you'd like to say to either me or fans?
I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to every single person who has contributed to Be Rooted. The people who have eaten my ginger, the people who have bought t-shirts and coffee mugs, the people who have picked up the phone when I called, the people who have messaged me back. I thank you, because it all helps. And I've said this in another video too, that even ignoring me helps. Because when it's silent outside, it's stillness inside. So I don't interpret the silence as pain anymore. I've transmuted that pain into passion and drive. And alright, ET said the top 1% get up at 4:30 in the morning. Let's go. I program my body. At this point, I wake up without an alarm clock. I'm up. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Alright, what I gotta do today? How do I get to the top 1%? And I know for sure that if I act like I'm already there, hence, that's why you see I put, Liberated Now on the flower pot and on the water and all this. This ain't Liberated Now water, this is Costco water. I'm pretending I'm already great, so that way when I am great, I'm not so impressed. I'm gonna walk into Oprah's, Sunday Soul, and I'm gonna just be like, I worked to get here. I did this. I did the work. I'm not impressed. This is where I should be, because I did the work to get here.
Perfect. Alright. Well, thank you guys. This is Miss Sasha Dreams.
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. I want to say thank you to my sons. Sons. I love y'all so incredibly much. I know y'all told me to, don't mention y'all, but I can't help it. I'm a mom. My oldest son helped me with my website. For those of y'all who don't have a business website, small businesses. These website companies are offering 90 days free. Go do the 90-day free trial. Sit at the computer, watch a tutorial on YouTube on how to set up your website. That's what we did. Me and my son sat at the computer. We watched a YouTube tutorial on how to set up the website until it looks like it does today. Everybody goes to my website and they're like, wow, I love these colors and all this. I'm like, my son did that. We created this. And my youngest son has helped me with my videos, and he's helped me with my editing, and he's helped me be a better mom, because he will be quick to tell me, Mom, do better. And I appreciate that. And I love you forever. I appreciate you raising my future grandbabies and my great-grandbabies the best you can. I appreciate you being the men that I'm raising you to be. I appreciate you, Jeremiah, for participating in this quality time with me. I can't tell you how much that means to me, that my son is willing to wake up 2 hours early to say good morning to his toes. I'm thankful. I'm sorry, baby. I know, don't push. I'm sorry. Jeremiah, you say good morning to his toes. Okay, guys, I don't have anything else to say before my family disowns me. I'm finished. With that, I am complete. That's what we say in therapy. With that, I am complete.
With that, I am complete. All right. Well, thank you guys. Sasha Dreams.